Okay, what I'll do now is over here, okay, we're going to choose polygon selection. Okay, you can also do that in here, okay, or up here, okay, under the little plus. Okay, face is the same thing. And you want to choose different groups of polygons, and you can see if you can select them in the viewport or you can select them up here. It's the same thing, and the selection carries across. And then you want to choose different methods of mapping um, each piece. Now for this, a model like this, you want to just use that quick planar button for pretty much everything. When you start getting onto organic models, there's this new one down here, quick peel, which is great, but not really that useful for this type of thing. Um, and you've also got options down here for cylindrical shaped objects and things like that. Okay, but quick planar, like normally you'd probably want to bind a key to that if you're doing this type of unwrapping. Okay, but I'll just click the button for now. Um, so basically just choose different groups of polygons. So if I choose the side here, now you can control click each polygon. Okay, something that can be useful is up here, this button here, select by planar angle. So what that'll do is you'll see here with a single click, it's getting all these other, like if that's off, okay, I've got to control click each one. If that's on, okay, and it's on 0 degrees, it's getting all the planar, coplanar faces to this to what you click on. Okay, so these are two separate pieces here, but I'm just going to map them together. Okay, because it's going to be easier. So yep, so I'll come in here, I'll hit. So rather than having to keep changing this from X, Y, or Z, if you choose down here, which is it basically aligns it to the normals. Okay, it's normal alignment, and it basically you can see this square here. It's basically going to try and guess. Well, it doesn't guess. It basically goes on the average of the normal. So if I click quick planar now, you'll see that the side of it has nice sort of square on there. Okay, and you can see it's over here. Okay, now the problem is, well, it's not really a problem, but you'll see there that it's fitting exactly into this area. Okay, and the problem with that is that if I choose other areas like this little lock down here and hit quick planar, they all get overlaid and they're all relative to each other. They're going to be the wrong size. Okay, so what I want to do is over here, down here, I'll go down to the bottom and I'll untick normalize map. And that way, as I map different sections, if I choose this side again and now try quick planar, all right, now what it'll do, I've got to zoom out now because it's huge. Now that piece is its actual size. Okay, so in units. So rather than being fitting into the 0 to 1 space, it's like whatever it is. Okay, so 100 by 150 or whatever it would be. Okay, and then later on we're going to scale all the pieces back down again together to fit back into that area. Okay, so but one problem with that is you'll notice that the checkers are now tiny. Okay, so what I'll do in the material editor, I'll load in that material if it's not already. It already is in mine. Go into the map, it'll be there, and change the tiling. Okay, it'll vary from model to model. I'll make this like 0.3 or something. Whoops. Okay, and you'll notice now that on those bits, okay, the checkers are going to be like that, which is fine. Okay, so that's important because we want to try. One of the things you want to do with unwrapping is you're trying to maintain an even textile density. So that just means that the actual resolution of the textures are going to be the same on different parts of this model. Okay, now sometimes you might want to deliberately change that, but you don't want it to be random. Okay, so for example, for the face of a character, you might want to use a bit more resolution in those sort of areas. Anyway, so for the rest of it, it's pretty much just that. So you come through, make some selections, okay, and it's basically just choosing pieces that are going to be logical to be a piece in your overall UV unwrap that's going to be easy to paint. It's going to be have minimal distortion. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. You can stitch bits back together later, but just for now, I'm just going to go through and try and do that. Okay. So I'll just hit quick planar and just move the pieces around within here. Okay. Um, all right. So there's that. Whoops. Move it together. Try and keep them with each other. So for example, if I do this lock, okay, I'll click that. Um, I'll click grow selection. Okay, and that gets that whole lock. Alright, and then I'll just go quick planar. Oops. And there it is. Right, so I might keep that down where it belongs with this. Okay. Um, these side bits here. Okay. I'll get as well. Okay. I'm going to actually map those with that. Okay. Okay, so I'll go quick planar. I'll move that down to where it belongs down here. Okay. There it is. Okay, you guys probably might have been able to do that all together. Okay. This bottom piece. Now these aren't coplanar, but we've got some tools in here that'll fix that. So you're basically just choosing groups of polygons, okay, and just mapping them, okay. Now this, yeah, you could do this from the top view, I guess, to get that. You see there, it's selecting all the way around there. I don't really want to do that. I might just limit it to these bits for now. Alright, so you're basically just getting all these different pieces, okay. Now, I might actually just do that one on its own, quick planar. Now if you make a mistake, you just choose those polygons again, okay, like it's not getting that one. So sometimes the normal, doing the average normals doesn't give you what you want, okay, so just change it to the direction, so it'll be Z looking down, okay, so there's that one there, so that's this little strip across here, okay. Now sometimes you might stuff something up or whatever, it's no real drama. You basically just select those polygons again and try a different type of mapping. Okay, there's lots of tools in here for things like, so for example, I want to rotate that by 90 degrees. Okay, up here I can just click rotate there. Okay, and away you go, right? So you want to just get all these pieces laid out and mapped. There is tools you can use that'll just break apart the whole thing, like explode up here. Well, one of these will just break up the whole model, but then you'll have a mess. Okay, I'd prefer to, once you get into the rhythm of this, it doesn't take very long, and that way you've got control of it. Okay, now you could, for example, if you wanted to, just do the whole side at once. Okay, um, including these bits, and you know, if they don't work out later on, you could always change your mind. Okay, so I might just try that. There's no exact science to it. You're basically just trying to choose polygons that are going to be easy to paint as a piece and that you can get rid of distortion. You're trying to minimize the seams. So between all these different pieces, okay, these are called chunks or elements or UV islands. There's quite a few different names for them. But between each of these, if they stay separate, there's going to be a seam in your texture. And you want to avoid that on surfaces where you don't want a seam. So it doesn't matter if there's a seam from where the lock joins onto the front, because it's going to be actually a separate material. So, like for example, this might be metal and this is wood, so there's going to be a natural seam there. But across the top here, you want that all to be one piece. Anyway, so quick planar. Okay, so every time you click that quick planar, all right, from that original chest, okay, which is now really tiny, okay, pieces are getting broken off of that, okay. I could scale it up. Okay, so as soon as there's nothing there, you've mapped all the different pieces. Okay. Anyway, I'll just keep going. All right, so we'll keep choosing different selections. Okay, and we'll get it done. probably need to end up breaking these bits off, but I'm just gonna. So when you click that quick planar button, it's like you're sort of projecting the text, projecting from that direction, but it's also like you're breaking that piece off. Okay, so if I click uh, quick planar, it's just like I've broken that piece off. Okay, now I can move that around. Okay, down here in your UV editor, this button, this option here lets you, in a single click, move whole pieces around. Okay, these are separate because they're not separate objects. Okay, so that's really handy. Okay. Okay, so I'll just do the top and then I'll do the rest of it and come back, okay, and show you. So I'll choose the top, okay, um, quick planar. You'll see there's this distortion there, but I'll show you how to fix that in the next video. Okay, I'm getting a bit of a mess in here. You want to try and keep your pieces like these are all together, but try and keep the different pieces, you know, together just to keep them organized. Okay. Um, oh, where is it? Over here. Okay, etc. Okay, so you're just basically using that quick planar to break off the different pieces. Okay, the front. Probably if you're good at jigsaw puzzles, you might find this um, fun in a sick sort of way. But yeah, no, it isn't too bad after you get the hang of it. Where's the lid? I might keep this with the lid over here. All right. Anyway, I'll finish off the rest of those pieces, and I'll come back and show you in the next video.